Hi, this is Terrence here from Radical Marketing. Today I want to show you a very special presentation, which is how we develop our ads using a process called Brandvertising. Now, how Brandvertising came about is because we realized that in today's age, where you advertise online, on social media, and all these platforms, it is so important to not just try and get a sale, but at the same time to try and build a positive brand out there. So our goal is that when they see your ad, they feel positive about your ad, not like your ad was trying to sell them something or push them to get something that they didn't want. But after reading your ad or watching your video ad, is that they feel that, hey, that was a really good ad, and they feel positive about your brand. So that is what we call Brandvertising, which is combining the best of both worlds, which is the branding world, and at the same time, we want to use the direct response advertising world to get you the best results. And that's our whole process. And there are three elements in creating a Brandvertising ad. The first element of creating Brandvertising ad is storytelling. As you can see in this ad, basically we want to catch people's attention using the first line. Let me read it out to you. So here is how to use debt to become a multimillionaire without working two jobs. So that is the hook to get people's attention. Now, straight away, we pivot into a story. 12 years ago, I lost everything. I lost my condo, I lost my job, I had to uproot my wife and my child's lives, but I couldn't give up. I didn't have a choice. My family would be homeless if I did. I found a mentor, put my head down, I worked and I learned. And by the end of the recession, I had 7 properties that were producing passive cash flow for me every single month. How did I do it? Leveraging debt. Okay. I started from literally nothing, and over the past 12 years, I've grown that wealth to become a multimillionaire. So as you can see here, I am basically creating a story, and this is a true story for this particular client of ours. Basically, he's telling his life story. And by telling stories, number one, we are actually able to reduce that skepticism. And number two, people can identify more deeply with the speaker because he is being vulnerable about losing everything. And this is basically empathizing with the audience. Now, not necessarily that everybody has to lose everything, but everybody faces challenges in lives, right? It may not be financial, but it could be something else, could be relationships, but they can identify with the client in this case because we are using a storytelling method of telling people what happened to him. And through this, we are able to build a greater degree of rapport with our readers of this ad, okay? Thank you so much for watching our video. Just a quick interruption to remind you, if you are watching this on YouTube, to like and subscribe and check out all our other videos on the channel. And if you're checking out this video on our blog post, make sure you check out all the other blog posts on our website. So thank you so much, and back to the rest of the video. Okay, so moving on, what is the second element is that we want to create value for people who are reading this ad. Okay, so the first element is storytelling. Second element we make sure we have in all our ads is that we provide value in our ads, right? Now, I know this is like a bit longer than normal, like what you're used to seeing, but the principles can remain the same. It can be like just 200 words and you have tell a story, you deliver value as well, right? This is the second part about delivering value. So here I'm saying it because growing up, I've been told debt was scary and bad, and I don't want you to make the same mistake I did, fearing debt instead of harnessing power to transform your life. So I developed this blueprint. Think of it as investing on steroids. Starting with the bank's money, you acquire undervalued assets. You leverage these assets and diversify your investments, short, medium, and long term. By doing so, you reduce your risks while increasing your returns. You can do this even though you're new to investing, right? So as you can see, this part here is basically delivering value and also breaking a common limiting belief is that, okay, debt is scary, that you shouldn't get into debt, right? But our client here actually used debt to change his life. And we actually give a little bit of what the actual mechanism does, which is like basically you starting with the bank's money, you use that to acquire undervalued assets, right? And then you leverage these assets to diversify your investment. So that is the whole strategy in a nutshell. So you're not giving away the farm, but you are giving them some value by reading this that they go, oh my. So the value is that, actually debt right? It's not that bad, right? Number one. Number two, okay, using that I can acquire undervalued assets, and then from those assets I can diversify my investments, right? So that in itself, we are providing value just by reading the ad itself. So the next element that we include in our ads is the third element, which is direct response marketing. So while this is storytelling, while it's providing value, the other part of it is that we want to make sure people take action. So we build rapport, we basically provide value, and now what we want to do is to get them to take action. Otherwise, they can just read the ad, feel good, and think that you're a really cool guy, but they don't take any action, and it's not good for your bottom line profits, is it? So, okay, call to action here is that basically we're asking them to a free training. In this upcoming free training, you discover strategies for generating regular cash flow to cover your expenses while growing your wealth safely. Secondly, how to use other people's money to buy undervalued properties and watch them soar in value. And thirdly, the exact asset class to roll your earnings to see generous and safe returns year after year. Use debt to buy assets. Most people use debt to buy toys and liabilities, Robert Kiyosaki. So, okay, what we're doing here is basically where we are telling them, okay, here are the benefits, right, as to what you're gonna get if you attend this. And this is actually using curiosity as well to tell them, hey, this is the exact asset class you need to buy. And then finally, we basically close it up by using someone credible that says, hey, you know, this is something that you should do. So start using that, how the rich do. Click here now to secure a spot in our next training. So that's a very direct call to action as well. Okay. So those are the three elements. Once again, storytelling. Secondly, providing value. And thirdly, using direct response principles to actually get people to take action. So that's how our brandvertising framework works. And as you can see down here, right, I'll skip the video, but you can see there are 101 likes, right? No angry faces, no negative responses here, and 36 shares. So 101 and 36 shares. If you look at the response to share ratio, that's really, really high. That means this ad is people actually like it. They like it so much that they're actually sharing it, right? I think that in essence is the power of brandvertising, where you're not only getting people to do the action you want, you're actually creating a positive impression, a long-term brand in the eyes of your viewers and readers of your ad. So that's what I want to share about brandvertising. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.